Girl, if y'all thought that the beef between Nia Long and Taraji P. Henson was over and done with, you better think again. Word on the streets is that not only are these two still beefing hard, but Nia supposedly still blames Taraji for killing her career. Taraji and Nia have been going at it for a while, and unfortunately, Taraji seems to have come out on top of this beef because her career still seems to be solid. Nia, on the other hand, seems to be struggling quite a bit with her career, and it looks like this could all be Taraji's fault. So does this mean that Taraji was talking smack about Nia behind her back? Or is Nia just being delulu about Taraji's role in all this? Let's break this down. Okay, so this whole thing goes way back to when Nia Long first joined Empire. From day one, things were already off. Word is Nia showed up late more than once, and it started slowing down production. They even had to bring in stand-ins so Taraji and Terrence Howard could rehearse without her. And for a show like Empire, that wasn't normal. The crew had to keep rearranging everything around her schedule, and it started rubbing people the wrong way. The delays weren't just a one-off. Folks on set were getting frustrated, and it was clear something just wasn't clicking. The real tension boiled over during one of those delays. A crew member finally said what a lot of people had been thinking and why Nia was always on Black people's time.
It all started over a joke.
Nia reportedly showed up to set late, and one of the male actors said to her,
"Why are you always on Black people's time?" Which, you know, amongst the Black peoples, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, Nia wasn't having it. She got heated fast and things escalated. That's when Taraji stepped in to defend the crew. Word is, she fired back at Nia and said, "Why are you so mad? Are you on your period?" That moment shifted the whole vibe on set. Taraji had always been known for standing up for the crew, and she wasn't about to let anyone come at them sideways.
And Nia went off on the dude, which made Taraji jump in and say to her,
"Why are you so mad? Are you on your period?"
Now, this wasn't just a clash of personalities. It highlighted a much bigger issue. Nia's attitude rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, especially when compared to how Taraji moved. Taraji had paid her dues coming up as an extra, and she made a point to treat everyone on set with respect. Nia, on the other hand, gave off the vibe that she was above it all. The tension got so bad that the hair and makeup team actually filed a formal complaint against her, which almost never happens. They said she was dismissive, demanding, and constantly nitpicking her look. That just pushed the crew even further onto Taraji's side. Eventually, things got so awkward that production started separating their scenes to keep them from being on set at the same time. From that point on, the crew was clearly divided, and most of them were standing with Taraji. The energy never fully recovered. You could feel the tension in the air for the rest of the season, and that clash between Nia and Taraji left a mark that didn't go away quietly. However, the incident on Empire was not the first time Nia Long's behavior raised eyebrows. Nia's reputation as a Hollywood diva didn't start with Empire. It's something that's followed her for years. Industry insiders have pointed to a pattern, and it goes way back. Malcolm Lee, the director of The Best Man, once called her a challenge to direct during an interview. He didn't spill all the details, but the way he said it spoke volumes.
And Nia can be a bit of a challenge as well.
Well, yeah, she was a challenge up here a little bit.
She was, yeah.
Nia didn't want us to record her or nothing at first.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you know, look. They're all very talented people, and they all come with their own baggage, their own ideas.
Taye Diggs also shared a moment from that same film where Nia slapped him for real without any warning during a scene without talking it over with him first.
She slapped the out of me, like for real. And you get a moment where I go, woo! And I stayed in it.
The stories don't stop there. Nia has even talked about how she and Jada Pinkett Smith were often pitted against each other early in their careers, which only added fuel to the whole Hollywood diva narrative. Rumors of a rivalry between them have been around for years, and Nia admitted that she felt the pressure. She was constantly being compared to other Black actresses and thrown into a competition that she never asked for.
When I started really working as an actress, there were about 4 of us. But the women that I was in constant competition with, mostly it was me and Jada. It was like, oh, do you want the brown-skinned spicy girl, or do you want the light-skinned spicy girl?
All these stories about Nia being difficult have stuck because she has never shied away from defending herself.
Because here's what I do know. Nia Long knows her light. Nia Long knows her makeup. Nia Long knows her hair. And you probably can't talk me into something else unless you show me. If you want to call that difficult, then sorry.
When people called her difficult, she fired back with her own take. She saw it as standing up for her standards and experience, but to a lot of people in the industry, it came off like she was confirming what they already thought, that she could be demanding. The way she spoke about knowing exactly what she wanted on set made her seem even more high maintenance to those who already believed she was tough to work with. So by the time she showed up on Empire, the diva label was already stuck to her. When reports started coming out about her showing up late, making demands, and clashing with cast and crew, it just fed into the story people had been telling for years. To the folks on set, she wasn't just another guest star, she was someone with a reputation for drama. The delays, the scheduling changes, and the drama with Taraji all looked like just another chapter in a story they'd seen before. Nia has always pushed back against the diva label, saying she just knows her worth and refuses to settle for less. But with the mix of old stories, fresh drama, and even the way she defends herself, it's been hard for her to completely shake that image. Her time on Empire definitely didn't help. The tension on set, the clashes, and the way everything eventually blew up just gave people more reasons to believe what they already thought, that working with Nia Long comes with baggage. The fallout from Nia's exit on Empire ended up being even messier than what went down on set. On her last day of filming, there was no big send-off. The assistant director was busy dealing with Terrence Howard, who was having some kind of allergic reaction, so the usual round of applause for her final scene didn't happen. And apparently Nia was not okay with that. Rumor has it she felt slighted and even threatened to sue the production, claiming the lack of a proper farewell was a breach of contract, even though no such clause actually existed. That story made the rounds fast, and for a lot of people, it just added to the idea that she was hard to work with. And this was all right after the hair and makeup team filed a formal complaint against her, which had already stirred up plenty of behind-the-scenes drama. According to TMZ, Nia Long was such a nightmare on the set of Empire. The hair and makeup folks lodged an official complaint against her, and Nia also threatened to sue the show over an improper goodbye. Multiple people, cast, crew, and production people, tell TMZ Nia was disrespectful and unprofessional throughout her run on the show. The timing of that rumored lawsuit threat couldn't have been worse for Nia. It came right after weeks of talk about her showing up late, clashing with crew members, and that blow up with Taraji P. Henson. So when the whole no send-off thing happened, a lot of people didn't see it as just a simple oversight. They saw it as Nia expecting special treatment and getting upset when things didn't go her way. The story spread fast, landing in gossip columns and all over social media, and it stuck because it fit the image people had already built around her. To many in the industry, it wasn't about the missed applause, it was about the bigger pattern they felt they were seeing, that Nia's reactions often created more chaos than whatever issue she was reacting to in the first place. Nia didn't let the story slide without saying something. When paparazzi caught up with her, she shut down the lawsuit rumors completely. Her rep even stepped in, calling the whole thing complete nonsense and insisting that Nia had always carried herself professionally. The public denial was clearly meant to clear the air and remind folks that she had built a long, respected career by treating people right. But by that point, the damage was already done. For people who already believed the diva rumors, the denial just sounded like more PR spin. The headlines didn't focus on her side. They doubled down on the drama, highlighting her so-called demands and reinforcing the image she was trying to shake. Even with Nia's public statements, the drama surrounding her Empire exit didn't just disappear. Insiders say any efforts to smooth things over with Taraji didn't really go anywhere, and the tension between them never fully died down. Both actresses went on to other projects, but the energy from that fallout stuck around. Taraji never offered her own detailed version of what went down, and that silence left room for everyone else to keep talking about Nia's behavior, which only kept the spotlight on her. The comparisons didn't stop either. Taraji was known for being loyal, professional, and easy to work with, while Nia's time on Empire just added more fuel to her high-maintenance reputation. The hair and makeup complaint, the skipped send-off, and all the behind-the-scenes drama ended up turning into one big story about how tricky it can be when strong personalities collide in Hollywood. And no matter how many times Nia tried to speak up or defend herself, the shadow of Empire just kept following her. Nia Long's time on Empire cemented her diva image, while Taraji P. Henson's crew-first stance shone. The stories from that set, from missed call times to public arguments, made the feud bigger than just a personal clash. The way Long handled the fallout, with threats of legal action and public denials, only added to her reputation for being difficult. Meanwhile, Henson gained even more respect for standing up for her team and keeping production moving. Nia Long's time on Empire ended up locking in her diva reputation, while Taraji P. Henson's loyalty to the crew only boosted her image. The stories that came out turned what could have been just a personality clash into something much bigger, and the way Nia handled the aftermath, with talk of legal threats and public pushback, didn't help her case. Meanwhile, Taraji came out of it looking even more solid. She stood by her team, kept things professional, and helped keep the production on track. In the eyes of many, that situation didn't just reveal the tension, it showed who people were more willing to stand behind. And now Nia seems to believe that Taraji's actions on the set of Empire and the fact that Taraji never tried to speak up to defend her from the consequences. According to her, Taraji's refusal to defend her is the reason that she is now struggling to book acting gigs. Yeah, it doesn't look like this beef is going to end anytime soon, but let me know what you think and then check out this next video.